Ah, yes. Of course, I'm sure those behind this are super happy that I'm going to report on this. I will let my viewers know this is the last time I'm talking about it because I have some good news in regards to locating those, but the people behind it. But yes, last night I was on a live stream with Nick. And by the way, I have to say, Nick Rekieta, I have to say, very, very thankful to Nick for hosting me. Very, very thankful for Nick's viewers going absolutely ham supporting Coffee Brand Coffee. I think we had our single biggest day ever. So I'm really, really thankful and blessed and humbled that so many people are willing to give us a try. Orders are shipping today for our delicious teas, coffees, and cocos. Remember, if you don't pick up some tea, coffee, or cocoa, the swatters win. Use code SWAT to save 5% on single orders. And without a promo code, you get 10% off all orders that you order auto refill. Now, I know that it's like turning into a meme and people are kind of getting sick of the coffee thing. Now that teas are launched this week, like I'll chill out again next week. But I was on a live stream with Nick last night, and we both got swatted. This is, clearly the same people who are doing it. And I don't know if it's the super chats to Tim that are triggering them. If now I've drawn their ire, after getting Tim dozens of times. But it's sad. Somebody's going to get hurt. It's not funny. It's not a meme. It's a felony here in the United States. And whoever's doing this is going to have spend a long time in prison. They will get caught eventually, especially now that they're getting sloppy. Now they've got people in 3 different states plus working on this. And, subpoenas or warrants have already been issued this morning. I can't get into all the details about that, but things are moving forward. I'm also extraordinarily happy to announce that my local law enforcement is taking this super, super serious. I was worried that they wouldn't. They contacted me. They've already proactively done a bunch of stuff in terms of investigating. They shared a bunch of information with me that, I have to admit, I was very impressed in just 2 short days what they already knew on their own, doing their own research. Now I've connected them with the people working with Tim and the people, another location from somebody who was happening to. And now we're cooking with gas. Okay, now we're gonna have I think hopefully a resolution soon. And the idea that there are other things that I think should be looked at outside of the police. And this is what I would like, as a message to police. And my lawyer sent a letter today too. I thought about reading it, but I don't want to make a big deal because I really do support my local police. The more and more I look back, yes, it was a dangerous situation that we were all put in, but given the information that they had, they just really couldn't have responded any differently. The 2 officers who came here last night were an absolute delight. Super friendly, kind, awesome people. And just said, yeah, it happened. You guys good? Yeah, we're good. Peace out. So the detective let me know, I'll say one thing, all the local emergency services have now been reminded because they're trying to use other services to get a reaction. So they don't just call police, they'll call fire departments, they'll call EMTs. There's something I do think that I'd like to propose, some sort of policy change, and that's these text providers. I won't use the names, but we know who they're using, obviously. There are many providers like this, though, on the internet where you can just send a text message. They should be barred from sending any messages to emergency services. I mean, if you can go on the internet and you can send a text or an email or whatever, you can, you can text or you can find support if you need it. Or they should at least be flagging these text messages as like suspicious or something. Something has to change, because the fact that they're just using VPNs and these like lame text services seems like an easy problem to fix. It seems like some simple policy changes, because, and again, I was extraordinarily happy to hear this from the detective. He himself said, look, people have died from this. We take this seriously. This is an attempt, an attempt on somebody's life. I forget what he said. It was a class something felony, either I or 5 or something. I couldn't remember. But now, of course, he said, hey, like, don't change your schedule. Keep doing you, which I thought was cool to hear. Do your live streams, do whatever you want, just make sure your phone's charged. And then, we take this seriously. People have died. He said, he even said, like, this guy and this, he mentioned the people that I've already reported on that didn't survive it. He knew. So that was very, very reassuring for me and my family to know that, like, they're taking it seriously. And of course they did say, look, we can't just not come. And I said, hey, don't worry. I'll have a pot of delicious coffee brand coffee ready for your officers anytime they want to stop by. They could literally stop by anytime and get a cup of coffee. I don't mind seeing cops. I'm not like that. Like, yeah, maybe people say like, oh, that's the privilege of growing up in the suburbs. Okay, fine, it is. But I don't get scared when I see police. I welcome their presence. I like to see them around in my neighborhood. Makes me feel safe. Are there bad cops? Yes. There are also bad doctors, bad teachers, bad garbage men, and bad internet personalities. Okay, so I just think, even on this channel, sometimes I don't do a good enough job kind of disclaiming, hey, these, these like drag queen story hour weirdos, okay? That's like 50 people, hopefully. Most people who are involved in education are not weirdos, I guess. I hope. Anyway, all jokes aside, it was very, very nice to hear that they're not screwing around. Like, he's already off screen, emailed me some information. Like, they're not screwing around. And now they're coordinating at a federal level. And I feel like safe to just do whatever as I would normally do. I'm not having, I told him, like, I'm refusing entry into my home, as a rule going forward. He understood. Tim handles it a different way. I understand why Tim does. Somebody says, like, hey, I left a package in the house. Like, he's got people in and out of his house all day long. So it's plausible. I don't leave my house extremely rarely. I have video cameras all around it. People aren't in my house who I don't know. So these type of calls, which I presume will be one of the next ones, these type of calls don't, like, there's no plausible reason for them to enter my home. And so I just made that very clear. And of course, even like one of the people who was here last night was here the night before, and he was like, dude, I'm, sorry that went out down that way. So, like, I'm not mad about it. I think at this point, I'm just, I'm happy to continue. Like, I went on Nick's show to talk about it, and of course to shill my coffee, but they couldn't handle that, so they swatted us both. And I also had the single biggest day ever in Coffee Brand Coffee history. So, would I prefer my law enforcement's time stop getting wasted on this? Yes. Am I going to ignore one of the most griftacular moments in my life? Absolutely not. Our teas are now shipping. We have 6 flavors of coffee, 5 flavors of coffee, or not flavors, but roasts. We have cold brew bags. These are awesome for summer. We've got 3 different hot cocos. Look at all of our teas. Chai tea, oolong, chamomile, green tea, English breakfast tea, and organic Earl Grey. There's something for everyone. By the way, we have the stainless steel tea infuser thing for the loose leaf. We've got grinders for our beans. So if you want your coffee to last longer, order the whole bean and grind it yourself. Stay fresher longer. Order the whole bean, grind it yourself. If people are like, we don't have K-Cups, we've got the reusable K-Cup filter here. It works perfect. So you get your grounds, you put them right in there, put them right in your K-Cup machine. I really am so blown away by your support. By Nick's chat support last night was mind-blowing. I hope that you'll help defeat the swatters by picking up some coffee, tea, or cocoa today. Last I'll say on the swatting issues until I announce an arrest at this point, though. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.